For all speakers involved, what are the production costs of the new silica-based aerogels? Someone from the speakers wants to give an answer on the question?
Personally, I don't have a figure for that, Mariana.
I'm afraid we also have not worked out the actual production cost of the aerogel itself, but we have roughly worked out the precursor costs so far. But overall production cost of the aerogel, we can see that it's much lower than what it costs right now, but it is not directly comparable to all the available aerogels in the market, so we don't have a figure to give it out, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, in Aerogels, we don't have a figure neither. Of course, this is a target, and we think that concerning the formulation and the fabrication process, we will be able to carry that. I'm afraid that we don't have now a number.
Okay, will you be assessing the sustainability of the developed materials through life cycle analysis?
In Hyphen, we are looking to do a life cycle analysis for Hyphen aerogel products, and one of our partners is going to work on the final product that we will develop in the next couple of months.
And for nano-insulate, that is a requirement of the entire project. It's a key part of it, the life cycle analysis.
In Aerogels, it's the same. We are also, of course, going to look at this, and we are doing it.
Okay, very good. What is the sorry.
I can speak. In the annex, we hope to have information from all the projects and to compare and this life cycle analysis. Maybe during the annex, we will have more information to answer the question.
Very good. Next question is, what is the water vapor transmission rate through the barrier? The gas permeation rate achieved by the barrier of 5 is too high for achieving a 50 years life. What is your prediction of lifetime with this barrier?
The water vapor transmission rate, I did give in my presentation, that's less than 0.001 gram per meter square per day. The gas barrier, that is ongoing work. It's continually being improved. So I agree it may not be quite good enough yet, but it's certainly the objective. And we're hoping that the latest work will achieve a much better barrier than that.
Next question is targeted to Aerogels project and Hyphen project. Will you be assessing the sustainability of the development? Oh, okay. I think we've got this one. Sorry.
Yes.
And related to the same question, is there any target for embedded energy and LCA issues? I don't know if you have something to add.
My only comment on that would be, and I actually sent a question to Daniel on that, is I think embedded energy is almost completely irrelevant here, because the energy saved over the lifetime for these products will dwarf any embedded energy, and they actually use some very bizarre method of making them.
Okay. The next question is about market availability. I think part of it we already answered regarding to price indications. Is there any comments about when you expect to come to the market with ready materials?
I would think these materials will be on the market certainly from 2015. That's nano-insulate, sorry.
For Hyphen, we expect the project ends in end of 2014, in December 2014, and we expect at least 1 year after the project ends. So we will be looking at somewhere in 2016-ish.
So concerning Aerogels, of course, we are still 2 years to the end, so it will end 2015. So maybe, I mean, I cannot give now a exact date, but just consider that it's got almost 2 years to go with the project.
Okay, and two questions related to one another. Can aerogels be used in the floor and into glazing systems? And if there are any ongoing projects related to those implementations?
Just on glazing system, obviously part of the nano-insulate project is to look at transparent VIPs, and that's certainly the intention, to use them in glazing systems. At the moment, we don't have a completely transparent solution, but certainly in terms of high translucency and a significant amount of transparency, that is possible.
I have one remark about aerogel in glazing system. It's the acoustic performance. You have to take care about that because you remove the air layer and you add a more rigid material which connect both glazing. So,
good point.
I can't see why aerogels cannot be used on the floor. But it has to be a monolith, but it is expensive, so you've got to be thinking about using aerogels on the floor. And with regards to the glazing system for Hypen aerogel, we have both transparent and little opaque aerogel series. Both shows good thermal performance. But it needs to be investigated how this can be applied onto the glazing system.
I just would like to add that, yes, of course, aerogels can be used on walls, on floors, or even in ceilings. Why not? But I guess that the requirements, maybe mechanical requirements, will be different. But in principle, yes, it can be used.
Very good, thank you. Moving on to the next question, how do you monitor the performance of the insulation in the demonstration phase? Do you use data acquisition system, and which measures?
Certainly on the demonstration parks at Elgeti and in Warsaw, we are measuring a whole range of things, including heat transfer, temperature, external conditions, etc., and energy uptake of the systems, maintaining temperatures in these units. So that's in hand.
Yeah, for Hypen, we are looking at measuring the heat losses and the heat transfers. We are going to use the thermal imaging cameras and the measuring systems, that's thermal conductivity UV measurement systems. Yeah.
Any other input in this? Otherwise, we'll move to the next question, which materials are used to create vacuum insulation panels, and is there any such product currently on the market?
I mean, as a general question, yes, there are products on the market for creating VIPs, and those include the core materials of which are commonly fumed silica, precipitated silica, or glass fiber mats, and the film materials surrounding them of various multi-layered films or aluminium foil-based systems, even stainless steel in some cases.
Just to add one point here regarding the vacuum insulation panels, we actually had part of the retrofitting webinar, which is online on Build-Up, dedicated to this aspect and to a product currently going on market.
Very good. The following question comes back to the comment made previously. I think it was by Malcolm. Any acoustical isolating characteristic of this product?
Yeah, acoustic performance tends to be part of a system, so it depends. In a building application, it will be the superinsulation will be part of a system, and that system is obviously designed for performance from fire performance through weathering performance and including acoustic performance.
In Aerogels, we don't have yet any property measure concerning acoustic, but of course it's something that you need to consider if you are going to implement it eventually in a building.
The next two questions will probably pass since they refer to the life cycle analysis. I think we've already dealt with them. And that's it for the moment.
Okay. We've had a couple of remarks. I don't know if you want to show this, but generally we noted all questions that were directly related to the various presentations. We can keep a list of any additional questions that came while we were doing this presentation. So I think that we are more or less at the end of the webinar at this point, and I will give the floor back to Daniel and Peter for the closing.
Yeah, I will say just one word. Thank you to all the speakers. And I just would like to add concerning the annex. I hope during the working phase of the annex that we will provide answer to the list of questions which have been asked by the audience. And so you are invited to contribute if you are interested. And I hope this annex will be successful. Thank you.
Yeah, also on behalf of Built Up, I'd like to thank you for your participation. So we reached at a certain moment 190 effective participants, so that was very nice. And so we hope that you will participate at one of our future webinars, and I would say have a look to the website builtup.eu, because there you are kept informed about what's coming up as new activities in Built Up. Thank you very much, and we hope to meet in the near future again. Thank you.